Maybe we're live. I think we're live. Is anyone there? Apparently we're live, and there's one person watching, whoever they are. Can I see who's going on? Sorry guys, this is very new to me. No, it's just me. Yeah, so we're doing a live. Let me just check something here. Right. I think. Oh, here we go. Ricardo, hey, can you hear me all right? Is it all good? I'm just trying out a new. Hey Tim, a new setup. So yeah, I'm going through OBS using camera and remote stuff. So nerding basically. So we're here to do a 3-way Jedi Juice tasting. You can hear, yeah, audio's all good, sweet. So there's been a bit of discussion on a couple of groups that I'm in, Facebook groups. Gash and another couple of guys, they're brewing their Jedi Juice, and it seems to have a lot of interest. And we all sort of agreed to brew this and send it to each other. So I've been lucky. I was down in Melbourne last week, and I caught up with Gash, and we tasted his version of the Jedi Juice, and it was much closer to what I thought, or I remember the Jedi Juice tasting like. So, hey Dino, hey Matt, Cloppy, Lemon. Yeah, so I'm very interested. I've got 3 other versions. I've got the Jedi Juice from Beefer from South Australia, Cloppy Juice from Cloppy, also in South Australia, I'm pretty sure, and Jedi Juice from Lemon. So I think Cloppy, Lemon, and I don't know if Beef is here. Hey Bertie, I just saw you post. So yeah, I'm going to start. Now Lemos was the first one to get here, so I'm going to start with Lemo. Now these are, I think Lemos. Smells alright. Okay, quite pale in colour. Carbs good. How good that? Yeah, it's a little darker on video than what it's looking like. Oh, we'll turn the glass around. No paid sponsorship here. So on the nose. 3-way Parko. The Nelson's definitely there. Not as in your face and pungent as Gash's was. Yeah, it's alright. You're drunk. Doesn't matter. But yeah, definitely getting some nice tropical fruit. A little bit of like, I get it like a bit of a resiny thing, but I'm pretty sure it's the Nelson. Giving it that sort of nasal fizz, I'm going to say. Sorry, Beefy, you just got censored. Oh dear, uncensor your comment there. Now we're all above board here, mate. Very nice. Very nice smell. Let's dive in. Oh yeah. That's good. It's better than the last couple of commercial versions of the Jedi Juice I've had. I think this was one of them was a little lower ABV. Just move my screen around. Pretty sure, was it Lemos? I'm not looking at the chat now, so sorry if you're telling me Lemo. There it is. Yeah, Lemos was 5 point. What was it? 5 point. Yeah, pretty sure this is less. But he used Whirlpool. All your additions are backwards to what I'm. So he used Hallertau for the low alpha. 5.6. Thank you. Yeah, Hallertau for the low alpha bittering, and was pretty much the same as Gash's, I believe. Let's go with Kloppy. I'll go Kloppy juice next. Oh, Jesus. Got it. Okay. Not as much, certainly a lot less Nelson on the nose. Good looking beer. A bit darker, I think. Yeah, definitely darker. So I just move the live view so I can. Yeah, it's definitely darker. This is Kloppy's. So you did do it uptight. Must be that manly grip you got. Not as much aroma off the nose. It definitely does have that slight tropical note, but it's nowhere near as pungent. Quite different flavour too. Much more of a sweeter not slight caramel, but in this beer it really comes through as caramel. Did you send me your Kloppy juice? Oh, Kloppy's is only 5.25. There you go. Sorry, I think you probably did send it to me, but in all the other stuff, I've lost it. Yeah, this is definitely sweeter, and bitterness is much fuller mouth feel on this one. It's got a sweet note to it as well. Okay, beefers. Okay, here we go. Well, and these two, the Kloppy juice and beefers, one of them leaked, but both lids were on so tight. I find that hard to believe. Anyway. Oh, pardon me. And I think beefers is the full deal in terms of strength. Kloppy's is the oldest. That makes a lot of sense. I did have where was your recipe? I put it in a separate page. Oh God, have I on there? Yep, there it is. Sweet. Okay, so only 5.5%. I thought you guys were going strong. Anyway, I'm going to go strong. This is kind of midway between Lemo and sorry, Lemo. Yeah, halfway between, in terms of smell, between Lemos and Kloppy's. Yeah. bit soft in South Australia. Not with your vice grips though. Again, yeah, okay. Beers. Okay, so this is Beefer's beer. It's sort of in the middle of, in both aroma and flavour of Lemos and Cloppies. It's got a little bit of a more of a hoppy bite to the bitterness. I mean, it's not bitter at all, but it's just got that hint of lots of hops in a beer. Colour wise, so this is Cloppy's, the darkest, and this is Lemos, the lightest. So it probably sits bang in the middle of those two beers. Yeah, it's nice too. Bit more of a citrusy, like a pithiness to this one. What did you use for your dry hop? Oh yeah, Citra Nelson Mosaic. Is it the same as? Oh, this is edition of Mosaic. This is Cloppies, I think. And we well pulled with Mosaic. That's right. And there was the other difference was the yeasts that you used. So Beefer used Vermont ale yeast. Cloppy used Nottingham. That's interesting. And what did you use, Lemo? I haven't done the a starter test, a yeast starter test on Nottingham, but so I don't know the flavour profile, but I know Nottingham's an English ale yeast, and that may be impacting the. Lemo, you use Nottingham as well. Okay, well that just completely blows everything I was going to say, because I know I did this Scottish ale yeast, the Giga Yeast 044, and that had a real strong caramel, thick mouthfeel. But if these are both Nottingham yeast, Lemo and Cloppy, I really don't taste. There is no caramelly sweetness in this one that it doesn't. It could just be the hops are really fresh. I think Lemo's the freshest. Certainly tastes the freshest in terms of the hops. And this is definitely closest to Gash's. Lemo's is closest to how I tasted Gash's last week. Clobby used London Ale 3. Hang on. So who's I've just got a screenshot of a Beersmith file that says Nottingham. So I don't know if that was Cloppy or Lemo. Cloppy used London Ale 3. Yeah, I thought it was 3 yeast. So Lemo used Nottingham. Cloppy used London Ale 3, and you used Vermont. Okay, that's not what I'm tasting then. It's not the yeast. Oh. Lamo, that one's good. That's good. What did you think of it, Cloppy? Your Cloppy juice. Are you happy with it? It's not a bad beer. I'm getting it's a sweet, almost like a kumquat. It's citrus, but it's not quite citrus. It's got a little something else in there. It's at this point that the South Australians start rolling around on the floor, laughing. Yeah, this is quite different. You loved it. You loved it at the start. Has it changed? Do you reckon, Cloppy? Because I mean, the colour suggests that it may have oxidised, which might also. Oh, cheers, Dino. Thanks for stopping in, mate. I know you're 3 hours ahead. 2 or 3 hours ahead. Cheers. Censored. Did you write that, Beefer, or did YouTube censor you? No? Okay. You think it's oxidised, Cloppy? That would kind of explain the dulling of the hop character. Yeah. That's a shame, man. Because, you know, fermentation-wise... Beefer. Kumquat is a dirty word on YouTube. It just came up as, I don't know, a bit questionable. Yeah, right. A lot lighter. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, it's pretty old for this sort of beer. Cool. Well, now I'm tasting beefers. So I've just got my stainless steel keg, 30 litre keg. It's kind of like the Kegland Keg Mentors, but instead of being like a full size keg, it's a tall, narrow keg, so I can actually fit it in my fermentation fridge. And when I brew, I'm going to do completely no under pressure, no oxygen transfer, pressure transfer into a keg, and which is going to be purged because I'm starting to see the power of a no oxygen, low oxygen versus no oxygen. I mean, especially if it's a hoppy beer, usually pretty careful, but you know, I used to not bother purging the kegs with CO2. I remember I was talking to Carl Pierce. I don't know if he's here on the chat, and he made the comment about homebrewers, you know, not using, you know, 50 cents worth of CO2, but they'll throw in $50 worth of hops, and not spending that 50 cents on CO2 just makes that hoppy beer just tail off really fast. And I thought that was a very valid comment. So I'm starting to get serious about it. Lemo, this beer has an amazing aroma. Well done. Yeah. Well, that's what Gashes was. And I don't know when you brewed it in relation to Gashes, but that's kind of my mark in the sand. And when I tasted it, I smelt it straight off the keg, and I'm like, that smells like I remember the Jedi Juice smelling a couple of years ago when it was fairly new. And the last couple of cans that I've had at a couple of different venues at a couple of different times, I've been pretty underwhelmed. Yeah, I'd say that's oxidised. I mean, I'm not super sensitive to oxidised. I don't get a cardboardy note, but I know that there's very little aroma. Admittedly, it's 3 months old. But yeah, all I'm really getting is a slightly fruity, like I said, kumquat sweet smell. Again, it's not a bad. I don't get any fermentation off flavours, but yeah, it's dull. And beefer. You did the yeah. I think it's the future closed transfer. Well, the pros have known this for quite some time. Beefer, this was the first. Yours was the first beer that you brewed in your 55 litre Firmzilla, wasn't it? So you did ferment under pressure closed transfer. Oh, excuse me. Quite different, the beers. Yeah, I thought so, Beefer. Yours is tasting like it's on the way to Cloppies. What? Again, Tim, you were censored too. I had to allow that through. I think I'm thinking of getting a kumquat tree actually. I've got a lime tree, and a kumquat tree sounds nice with a lemon tree too. Yeah, bottling is and if because I mean look at that label. Something went awry in the post. I blame Australia Post because there was a little bit. There wasn't a heap. Obviously stuff had happened in the bottle, so it could have happened in the post. I don't know. So 2 months old for Beefer, and have you noticed change in the taste on your end, or is it gone? I'm curious. And Lemo, yours is still. You still happy with yours? Did you bottle off using Beefer? Did you bottle using the carbonation cap counterflow from the keg? Is that how you bottle, or did you go off the tap and posted? I'm kind of curious because this is a really. I mean, assuming that the recipes and brewers followed a very similar recipe. These are very different beers. It's an interesting illustration of age and maybe oxidation over time through bottling or processes. Carb cap method, yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, like I said, there was a bit of something. So there could have been oxygen going in. Might have got knocked or I don't know what happened. But it did come in that extra plastic bag that Australia Post had to meddle with it. You designed our recipe. You mean the one that we all used? Well, I haven't used. And is it Damon's brewing tomorrow? Oh, before. Oh, really? There you go. 3rd of August. Okay, so So brewed, so it's what, 10th finished fermenting, carbed. So it's carbed about the 15th of August, so it's probably about 3 weeks old, this one. 3 weeks in the keg, that is. Oh. Right, okay. Cool, beefer. Oh, okay. Well, yours definitely has the best and freshest aroma. And then top up beefers. How are you feeling, Tim? You still recovering from your 3-way? Oh shit! Early June. Okay, that is super old then. It's almost not. that is really late to be drinking it. Okay. So yeah, and it's often the way they say with this style, the New England IPA, that, well, obviously it's one that you kind of need to drink fresh. And the oats, they sometimes... There's that held for review, that word kumquat. YouTube does not like the word kumquat. Bottled on the day I posted it out. Okay. But yeah, and it did sit in my fridge for 2 weeks or so. But yeah, I'll see if I can I... Oh, God, camera on the tripod connected to the computer. That's probably not going to work. Can you see? Beers, that was not worth it. So there's Lemos, Cloppies, Beefers. So you can see it's lightest, next, and darkest. Now I'm going to do this awkward spin back. Excuse all the mess and shit in my study. No, that's not where we want to point. We want to point over here, fellas. Oh, God. What did I do that for? Bloody idiot. Right. There we go. Sure, that was fun for everyone. Kumquat. These two beers. Kumquat. I think I've only had kumquat maybe once, twice. But that's what I'm going with. Cool. Well, 28 minutes of me just like talking about not much. I think, yeah, Lemos is the closest to what I tasted with Gash and Lemos is closest to what I remember it being when it first arrived. It seems like Cloppy and Beefer's beers are suffering from, well, age, and this style is totally normal, and a bit of oxidation. You should try Beefer. I tell you what, when I get a kumquat tree, and I'll send you a beer with some kumquat fruit. Oh, well, why am I allowed to send fruit? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a beer with kumquat. I've got some finger lime extract, which I'm going to make a kolsch, a finger lime kolsch with it coming into summer. Maybe I'll send that. But anyway, thank you to Lemo, Cloppy, and Beefer for sending me these 3 Jedi Juice clones or inspired beers. and I now need to brew. I've got 2 New England IPAs on tap at the moment, so I'm going to brew something else first, because I don't want to have 3 New England IPAs, all 6.5+% on tap. And in the next month, I will get beers back to you guys, and hopefully it comes out good. And I will be using Rawaka, just because I know Gash is a whinging little person, and I'll look forward to hearing him taste that. He did like my Hank the Danky Yank beer, which had Rawaka in it, so it can't be that bad. Yeah, well, I'll be interested to taste that copy, fresh one. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this stream, because half an hour is far more than I'm entitled to take up of your evening, and I will see you guys in the future. In the next video, I've just finished the Mango Lassi Grain to Glass video, which should be up in the next couple of days. And yeah, hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in and spending some time with me. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, guys. Oh, cheers.